It's good to be back on the land. Here is Syrah cultivation. You see how the leaves look like, and I just want to show you the grapes itself. All right, so it's how the grapes. That's how the grapes look like. Yeah. You can see how the grapes. That's how the grapes look like. This will probably ripen sometime around August. You know, it's nothing like being on land. It's just an awesome experience. Just connecting back to what our ancestors used to do. You know. But today, I actually want to talk about young people who've just left school and are working as interns in companies. Let me make it very clear. If you want to build a successful career as a young person, forget about this whole Gen Z internet age and like doing what you want. Once you're out of the university, there's certain things that you cannot do once you join a company. You need to be willing and able to take feedback from your bosses. It's not you can do your bants on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, but in the workplace, you need to show your respect to those who have been called to manage you. I find it very ridiculous. Like when I look back in the last 20 years or so that I've been working, I cannot imagine at any time, especially when I started work, where I had the audacity to speak back to my manager, to speak back to even the CEO of the company. You know what it was like when you heard that CEO was coming around? You literally were shivering. But I find it very amazing, and this is feedback I also get from other CEOs as well, of how so many of the so-called Gen Z young people who are coming out of school today have the audacity to actually speak back to them as CEOs, right? There's a reason why you are a CEO. You spent 20 years building something, building a career. You know what you're talking about, right? And so when you're giving feedback, you have to have the humility or when you're receiving feedback, you have to have the humility as a young person who has just left university or college to be able to take that feedback and not take it personally, you know? And it's important because that's the way you build a career. That's the way you learn. It's an apprenticeship. It's an apprenticeship process, you know? Everything about career building, it's all about apprenticeship. It's about listening, getting feedback, and using that to improve your skill set so you can take it to the next job or to your next company as you so desire, right? So in any case, I'm just talking to young people today. You have to think 20 years out, where do you want to get to? And a lot of things in terms of how and where you want to get to will be completely dependent on who you learn from. Like when I started work, I listened to my bosses. I learned a lot from them, whether it was at BCG or at Roche. All of the things that I learned from those guys is what has helped me in terms of my building of my business today. But if you cannot just right out of school take feedback, you're running bans on your manager, talking back to your CEO, it's going to be very difficult for you to be successful, right? And especially for young African people, it's really important for you to be able to listen, take feedback, build your skill set, learn something on the job before you move on to somewhere else, right? That's how you grow. And you learn things, and then you can then go on and have the confidence to build your own business. So it's the same. If you want it to happen, you have to make it happen. You got to be serious about your life and your career. Take things seriously. Don't take it personal when you get feedback, and try to make a big difference in the work that you get when you're employed. All the best to you.